Having a daily dose or a constant drip feed of finance related information really does wonders for developing a better understanding of the topic in general. I have several sources that I use frequently to gain insights and learn about the financial happenings that are relevant to my own current life as it stands. And today I'm going to take you through some of them. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reese, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some subreddits which offer a wealth of knowledge related to any topic to do with finance. The topic of finance from a zoomed out perspective is complex. However, when you start to break down individual topics into subtopics, it becomes a much simpler thing to learn about. If we start at the top, you might look at categories such as cryptocurrency, property, tax, stocks, and debt, just to name a few, which then can be filtered down into a much larger subset of other smaller topics. Using property as the example, you might break this down further into subtopics like renting, building new, maintenance on properties, investment properties, what you can claim as tax deductions, and so on. Let's keep this example going. Let's say you want to buy an investment property. You might break that down into even smaller subtopics such as interest rates, offset accounts, lender's mortgage insurance, the loan to value ratio, debt in general and how to manage it. The list goes on. It literally can keep going forever. Each of these smaller subtopics are very niche and very specific, and they can be explained pretty simply. I've actually had a crack at most of these subtopics within the realm of finance on my channel here, now having over almost 300 videos at the time of recording this one. So I'm assuming if you're watching this well in the future, that number should be much higher. The point that I'm trying to get at here is that when you get down to this level of subtopic, when you get to this niche idea that you're wanting to understand a little bit better, you shouldn't need to spend any more than, let's say, 10 minutes or so watching a YouTube video, reading an article, and you should be able to get a general overview, some key takeaways, and a basic understanding of what it is you're trying to learn about. Which brings me to Reddit, a place that lets you hone in on these topics by reading other people's own situations, ideas, and discussions where some of these might be relevant to your own situation. I've handpicked a few of the more popular related subreddits to talk about and to touch on in today's video. Just keep in mind that Reddit is a big place, and generally if you have an idea or you have a topic that you're interested in learning about, there probably is a subreddit which covers that type of content. Okay, let's start with the 4 most commonly used financial subreddits. We're starting with r/economics, r/finance, r/frugal, and r/personal finance, where combined they have over 20 million people subscribed to them. Chances are, if you're watching this video and it's finance related and you've clicked on that thumbnail, you've probably heard of at least one of these. I use these subreddits very casually. I'll check these every so often for just a bit of light reading. There are always some funny questions asked, and the topics are usually very generic. In my opinion, these are the worst to learn from, but are a great place to start because the content being posted on them is often easy to digest. That's basically it as an overview. Feel free to go and have a look. I've left links in the description below to all of the channels and subreddits that I'm going to be talking about today. From here, we're going to move on to my favorite financial subreddit. It's called Oz Finance. I come to read about everything finance related here on a daily basis. This subreddit is specifically dedicated for Australia. However, most countries will have their own dedicated version of this type of financial subreddit. I personally filter this page by new and basically will scroll back to the last point that I read the day prior. There are lots of good questions asked here and lots of repeated questions as well. This is something that I really like because for some of the more complex topics, I've been exposed to learning by repetition, which has made it so much easier to remember info about said topics. I really have learnt a lot on this subreddit and helped answer a few questions here before as well. It's been a very useful space and one that I definitely will keep coming back to for a long time into the future. And just as kind of a side note, if you're not super familiar with what Reddit is or you haven't used it much before, when you're on the main pages, you can actually filter what you want to see in terms of different filters basically. So you can put on things like hot, meaning what is current and what are people paying attention to. You can put on controversial, what are people really commenting on, what are they getting fired up about. You can filter by top, meaning what are the posts which have the most upvotes, that have the most attention ever on that channel or page or subreddit, whatever you want to call it. You can add all types of filters depending on what you're wanting to see. Personally, like I said, on Oz Finance in particular, I filter by new because I'm here so much, meaning I don't really miss anything. However, every now and then I might go back through the top listings and just have a read through and see what has really got people's attention, really got people discussing these specific topics, because that's what it is. It's very niche. And yeah, there's not much more to that. Just as that side note, you have that availability to filter whatever you want to see. Keep that in mind as you go through these subreddits, or any subreddit really, because all of them offer it. Anyway, moving on. From here, we go into much more niche subreddits, which focus on specific topics such as the cryptocurrency subreddit, the credit card subreddit, and the financial independence subreddit. All of these pages are purposed towards one subtopic of finance, and I like to read up about what the current trending news is in these spaces. This is where every now and then you see a little gem, which can create an opportunity to make money or change something you're currently doing to benefit your financial situation in the long run. As an example, lots of ideas float around the cryptocurrency subreddit. I made quite a bit of money having access to information before it hit mainstream media because of people posting and talking about it on this page. I was able to make some very good investments before things picked up, and it's 100% because of the content being posted to this page, and because of that, I will continue to linger on it for as long as crypto lasts. I suppose just keep in mind, it's kind of the disclaimer of the video, that you need to come to your own conclusions. You need to get to that decision point to invest your money or to spend your money by your own accord. You need to do your own research and be comfortable in that space. I'm not telling you what to buy or what to invest in. I'm simply saying that here are resources which you can learn about topics that might be of interest to you in order to make some healthy investments. If you're relatively new to finance, or you're someone who's looking to branch out and learn a lot more about finance subtopics, maybe some niche topics, some very specific topics which are popular for you in your mind, but you're not really having a lot of luck finding answers elsewhere, my suggestion is start with some of the ones that I've linked in the description down below. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button, but also maybe just type some keywords in, followed by the phrase Reddit, and you might find some pages which are appropriate for you as well and might be handy. Who knows? It's something that I have really cherished having. It's something that has really helped me grow and develop in the finance space. I've learned so much from it. Truly, I've learned so much from it. And it's just been a great space to have some discussions on topics that I was a little bit confused about and didn't really know where to go to get those answers. I guess as a double disclaimer as well, everyone talking on these subreddits, they're not financial advisors either. They're just people having discussions. So keep that in mind as well. What you're reading is information coming from people who have opinions, and those opinions would be driven from specific ideas and situations in their own lives. Just keep in mind that what you're reading, again, is not financial advice. With that being said, there's not much more to today's video. I hope that it was useful. I hope it was insightful. I hope you learned where to go and gain some insights to these topics. And if you did, like I said just before, hit that like and subscribe button down below. I really do appreciate the support, and it does not go unnoticed for the channel. And that's it. I'm not going any further into today's video. I need to go and unblock my nose. So have a good day, have a good week, and as always, I will see you in the next one.